online, live at ccha.com, and of course at CCHA Hockey on our social media channels. Welcome to the 2022 CCHA Mason Cup Championship Weekend, the first in 9 years since 2013. Congratulations to the Bemidji State Beavers and the Minnesota State Mavericks advancing to the CCHA Championship game. Tomorrow, third seed Bemidji State will face first seed Minnesota State at 6:07 p.m. Central Time, with the winner being awarded the Mason Cup, named after longtime head coach and administrator Ron Mason. The winner will receive the league's automatic bid into the NCAA tournament to compete for the Division I National Championship. Tom, an opening statement heading into the CCHA Championship game tomorrow.
Well, first off, Dom, I want to congratulate the CCHA. What a job you guys have done, and it's been great. It's been great all week. Last Saturday, all the way through tomorrow. And from our standpoint, we're excited to be here. There's a great vibe right now. It's March. There's great weather, and to me, that just means playoffs.
If you have a question in the audience, please raise your hand, and Ncaa will be around with a microphone. Please state your name and affiliation. For those with us via Zoom, if you have a question, please utilize the raise hand feature at the bottom of your Zoom window. You will then be made a panelist. Remember to unmute yourself, and please state your name and affiliation before asking your question. For those tuned in via phone, you can press *9 to raise and lower your hand as well. Questions? Ready?
Shane Frederick from The Rink Live and other freelance. I'll start with Tom, but Owen and Alex, feel free to answer as well. You guys seem to have found your form in the playoffs here after kind of a tough January and February. How did you bounce back, or what was kind of the key to getting your game back the last few weeks?
I'll start. That's tough to answer. First off, we have a good hockey team. And this is a battle-tested hockey team. It's a team 2 years ago would have been in the NCAA tournament. Obviously, the season ended abruptly because of COVID. Last year, we were in the NCAA tournament. It has been a difficult year. It's been a roller coaster, but we've also played good hockey, throughout the season. We just haven't done it on a consistent basis. But as far as like the last 3 weeks, I expected nothing different from these guys. And no, we're playing well. We're playing hard. We're playing smart. We've got good talent, and this doesn't surprise me at all.
To kind of go off what Tom said, I agree. It's allowing the game to come to us, and we're not kind of chasing it. We're not trying to outscore our opponents. We're kind of letting the chances come to us, and when that happens, we're capitalizing. That's what playoff hockey's about right now.
Yeah, I think, within the group, we all knew we were a good team. Just took us a little longer than we would like to get our feet under us, but I guess we're getting out at the right time, so hopefully we can get one more tomorrow.
Reminder, if you have questions on Zoom, please utilize the raise hand feature, and Dean will unmute you. We'll start with Jess Myers via Zoom. Jess?
Thanks, Dom. Tom, I was just going to ask you, what do you change in a one-and-done playoff situation like this? I mean, it's truly a do-or-die kind of thing. Does it change the way you approach the game? Does it change the way you coach the game?
No, it doesn't. I mean, you play the way you play. You coach the way you coach. I think the biggest thing for me, Jess, is that you have to make sure you manage the week properly. I think as a staff, we spend more time. How are we going to do things during the week as far as time goes? Meals, everything we do, I think that's more important than anything else. You want to make sure you maintain a good positive mindset. Practices, again, like I said, short practices. Make sure they're good practices. Make sure, again, what you're working on are things that are obviously going to play into Saturday night, those types of things. But as far as what we do, as far as preparation, no different. As far as whether it's a one and done or it's a two-game series, Jess, we coach the same way and we prepare the same way.
Tom, this question comes in for you on Twitter at CCHA Hockey. What would another bid for the second consecutive year into the NCAA tournament mean to your program?
Well, I think for any program, that's why we play. We play to obviously play on the big stage. We play to be the best team we can be. to advance on to the NCAA tournament. So, no, it's important for the program. It's important for the community, for the alumni. It's all important for everybody. State of Minnesota, there was nothing better last year than to have 5 teams in the state of Minnesota in the NCAA tournament. And I think if I say this properly, I think 4 teams are already in, correct? Minnesota State,
Yes,
St.
4
Cloud,
teams.
Duluth, and Minnesota. So, 5 teams again, 2 years in a row. I think that would just bode well for the state of Minnesota.
Alex and Owen, do you guys want to take that as well? Just thoughts on what that would be to your program for the second consecutive year to be in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. It's it's a big accomplishment. Obviously, what we did last year. Looking at this year, I think that our team has gone through a lot of ups and downs. But at the end of the day, we deserve to be here. We're excited to be here. But at the same time, we got work to do tomorrow.
Yeah, Tom mentioned that that's why you play the game, is to play on the big stage. And we got that opportunity last year, and it was, I think I can speak for everyone in this locker room, it was one of the best experiences that we've all had. So, it would mean a lot if we can get there again. But, we have work to do still.
Back to our Zoom media, Jess Myers.
For either of the players, you've seen plenty of the Mavericks this season. At this point in the year, can you throw a new wrinkle at them? Are there any secrets, or are they what you expect them to be at this point?
You know what? No, you hit the nail on the head. It's going to be everything we expected. Obviously, pace and special teams are going to be a big thing tomorrow night. Looking tactically, we know that the neutral zone is going to be clogged. They're going to be hard below the dots, kind of all that same stuff they've been used to. They're a great hockey team, but we're a great hockey team as well.
Don?
Don Westfall with the Maverick Broadcast Group. Welcome back to Mankato, guys. Coach, question for you. Just obviously you bring in a lot of experience. You're battle-tested this year, but tomorrow in a game of this magnitude with a sold-out building, how important is the first 10 minutes, that first period, especially with a guy in the nets who all rookie this year, great season, but it's going to be a different environment tomorrow night?
Agree, and I think every game takes on a life of its own, has its own personality. But I also think we realize, too, there's certain aspects of the game that are so important. And, Don, you're spot on. The first 10 minutes are important. And, again, I don't know if it's going to be a feeling-out period because you kind of sometimes think that you know how the game's going to go, but you don't. And maybe the first shift, the second shift, will dictate that. But it's so important the first 10 minutes. There's no question about it. So I don't think there's going to be as much of a feeling-out period just because we know each other too well.
Freddie?
Shane Frederick, for both players, and Tom can answer this too, but the rivalry with Minnesota State that you guys have had over the years, I know they swept you in the regular season series this year, but you two have had a lot of close games, a lot of split series with them. Can you describe what it's like to play them and what the feeling is for your team in the locker room when you play an in-state rival like Minnesota State?
Yeah, they're obviously a really good team, and we've had some battles. My 4 years here, and I'm sure there's been battles before. Me and Owen have played here, so the environment, it's always buzzing. It's always fun playing these guys because they're such a good team, and shouldn't be any different this Saturday. It's exciting.
Yeah, same thing. We know it's going to be intense. It's going to be a fun hockey game to play in. As a player, you definitely want to play on the stage and have an impact on the game, and they got great hockey players over in that locker room, and they're expecting to win, and so are we, and it's going to be a great battle tomorrow.
Another one on Twitter here, Tom. This is for you again, at CCHA Hockey. I know you do not want to look in the past. Victory over Michigan Tech last weekend. What did that mean for you guys?
Well, I think it's important. I think those games are important, and I think if you want to sit there and we can reflect back on our season, and it was alluded in one of the first questions, it was a little bit of a roller coaster year for us. But I think if you take a look since the St. Thomas series, which was the last series of the year, so we win that series. Then we play Bowling Green at home, and we lose game 1, so our back's against the wall. So we play an elimination game, and we win. And then we play a game 3, which was just an absolute battle. We win. And then you go to Michigan Tech, which, again, we're feeling good about ourselves. There's no question about that, but you still have to bring your show on the road to a team that's going to be in the NCAA tournament that I don't think there was a game that, I don't think there was a game they lost that was more than one goal. So it's a team that's pretty darn good at home, pretty good in general. So we win that game. So I think what it does, it just makes you feel good about how you're playing. I don't want to sit there and totally use the word confidence, but it does give you confidence, and you feel good that you're in the right place. You're in the right state of mind. We're in the place that we were last year. We were in the place that we were 2 years ago. That's how I look at things like that. So I think that was a big win last weekend, just to make us, our whole team realize that, you know what, we're pretty good right now, and we're playing some consistent hockey, and it's the right time of year to be doing it.
Gentlemen, how is it playing on March 19th? I mean, I know you want to get to April, right? But how is it playing on March 19th still?
It's exciting. Like I said, we deserve to be here. We've beat some really good hockey teams in order to be in this position, and we can't wait for the puck to get dropped tomorrow.
Yeah, like Owen said, we're a good team. We deserve to be here. We're not here by fluke, just like Mankato. So, it's going to be an exciting game, and hopefully we can be playing into April as well.
Final questions? I know you guys have to get on the ice for practice. Good luck tomorrow, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.